Nagbabalik po ang Dapat Hour para sa Tele-turuan. Itatampok po natin ngayong gabi ang 3 sets ng instructional videos bilang pag-alalay o pang-alalay sa alternative learning delivery ng sangay sa ating mga mag-aaral. Sa unang set ay tatampok natin ang 2 video lessons sa English. At sa ikalawang set naman po ay tatampok natin ang 2 video lesson sa Mathematics. At sa ikatlong set ay 2 pa para naman sa Science.
Panoorin po natin ang 2 magkasunod na English video lesson upang matuto sa ating teleturuan.
Good day, learners and viewers of Dapat Hour Tele-turuan. I am Glenn Abigail Gersha, your teacher-presenter from DS Gersha Elementary School. You have learned in the past that you can make sentences longer by adding words or writing sentences that have many ideas. In this lesson, you will learn to add 2 separate sentences or clauses with the help of special connectors so that you can say or write more and make your ideas clear. Let's observe how the first sentence becomes longer as we add more words. A spider bit a boy. A spider bit a teenage boy. A mysterious spider bit a teenage boy named Peter Parker. Now, let's check this one next. Dwayne Johnson is a former heavyweight wrestler. John Cena is also a former heavyweight wrestler. Dwayne Johnson and John Cena are former heavyweight wrestlers. You have seen that in the first example, we made the sentence longer by adding new ideas. In the second example, we did not add new ideas, but we combined existing ideas into one using a connector. Now, let's read the 2 paragraphs and study their differences. Paragraph number 1. A fable is a story. It is a story that teaches a moral lesson. The characters may be animals. The characters may also be inanimate objects. By the way, do you know what inanimate means? Inanimate means not alive, especially not in the manner of animals and humans. Examples of inanimate objects are spoon, sky, book, wind, tree, and many others. Now let us take a look at paragraph number 2. A fable is a story that teaches a moral lesson. Its characters may be animals or inanimate objects like spoon, sky, book, wind, and many others. Did you notice that the 2 paragraphs talk about the same thing? However, what differences have you observed? Which sounds simpler and easier to read? You're right! The second paragraph is easier to read because it is shorter. The sentences in the first paragraph have been combined by using some words like that and or. These words are connectors that link related ideas together. Do the words for, and, nor, but, or, so, that, and when look familiar? Do you remember these words in previous lessons? What is their function in the sentences? In case you have forgotten or have not heard about the words yet, do not worry, for you will know more about them in this lesson. Conjunctions. There is one class of words in the English language that acts like a bridge. This is the conjunction. A conjunction is basically a word connector that enables you to connect 2 or more words, phrases, and clauses together. Conjunctions do their job by connecting separate words or word groups into something longer. Let us observe these examples. Conjunctions can join words. The words are longganisa, tocino. If we combine them, longganisa or tocino. Conjunctions can also join phrases. The phrases are contact tracing of suspected patients and rapid testing of frontline workers. Number 3. Conjunctions can join clauses. The clauses are people are afraid to go out. The coronavirus is spreading. People are afraid to go out because the coronavirus is spreading. In each of the examples, you will see that a conjunction has been used to connect or link the two separate items into one expression. Without conjunctions, you will speak with a lot of pauses. You will be forced to stop every time you begin with a new separate idea. Having the conjunctions around helps you express your thoughts better. Now that you have seen the basic process in which conjunctions combine words, you are now ready to study its different types. There are mainly two types of conjunction: the coordinating conjunction and the subordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunction. This type of conjunction connects words, phrases, and clauses of equal rank or importance. For example, when you say, "We need water and food to survive," you see the conjunction "and." That connects water and food. The use of "and" indicates that both ideas are important. Likewise, in "I listened to the news and I followed your advice," both actions are equally important to the speaker. Basically, there are 7 coordinating conjunctions. To remember all this, you may keep in mind the acronym FANBOYS. F for for, A for and, N for nor, B for but, O for or, Y for yet, and S for so. Here are more examples of coordinating conjunctions. You may read them aloud and try to get familiar with the structure of the sentences. Number 1. A bowl of ginataan is sweet and delicious. Number 2. A hot lomi can be eaten using a fork or spoon. Number 3. Mona went to school but no one was there. Number 4. I don't waste a single drop of my vitamins, for it is expensive. Number 5. Lily ignored her ice cream, so I ate it myself. Number 6. My Lola doesn't love yellow, yet she always waters her sunflowers in the garden. And number 7. Tony doesn't like to eat seashells, nor does he touch it on the table. Notice that commas are added in items 3 to 7. Commas must be added when the coordinating conjunctions join clauses. The comma is inserted at the end of the first clause and right before the coordinating conjunction that begins the second clause. The second type of conjunction is the subordinating conjunction. This conjunction joins groups of words that are not equal in rank or importance. They use other conjunctions which are not part of the fanboys. For example, I will buy a new smartphone when I save enough money. In this sentence, the most important thing that the person is thinking about is his plan of buying a new smartphone, not saving money. Saving money is just the next important thing. Another example, if you don't study your lesson well, you will have a failing grade. In the second sentence, you will have a failing grade is the most important idea, while if you don't study your lesson well, is just the second most important idea. How did you know this? What is your clue? Simple. Just look at the words when and if. They are subordinating conjunctions, and these conjunctions are always written at the beginning of the less important idea. When you see them, you can tell that that part of the sentence is the less important idea. In order to make it easier to use them, you need to keep in mind these common subordinating conjunctions. After, although, as, because, before, if, only, since, that, than, though, till, unless, until, whenever, where, wherever, while. Now that you already have knowledge on conjunctions and their specific uses, let us answer this exercise. Direction. Combine the two sentences into one longer sentence using the given conjunction. Make some changes and add correct punctuations when necessary. Number 1. Do you like a laptop? Do you like a tablet? The conjunction to be used is or. Very good. The answer is, do you like a laptop or a tablet? Number 2. Naruto can create multiple clones. Naruto can summon a gigantic toad. The conjunction to be used is and. That's right. The answer is, Naruto can create multiple clones and can summon a gigantic toad. Number 3. The Burning Legion invaded Azeroth. The Burning Legion were defeated by the Night Elves. The answer is, that's right. The answer is, the Burning Legion invaded Azeroth but were defeated by the Night Elves. Number 4. Public transportation is limited. Many people are stranded in Manila. That's correct. Many people are stranded in Manila because public transportation is limited. The number 5, a vaccine or medicine is found. Our life will only go back to normal. That's correct. Our life will only go back to normal if a vaccine or medicine is found. Always remember that conjunctions play an important role in the communication process. Without them, we cannot compose ideas into sentences coherently and clearly. That's it for today. Thank you for your active participation. I hope that you learned a lot for today's episode. Again, this is Glenn Abigail Garcia of DS Gersha Elementary School. See you again in the next episode of DepEd Hour Tele-turuan.
Good day everyone, I'm Buena Fepi Marafina from Imelda Integrated School and today I will be your teacher presenter. Before we jump into our lesson, let us play on this scenario. Due to lockdown, aside from answering your modules, you finally had the time to read stories or watch TV series. There's this one story that you really like and you want to recommend it to your friend. Will you tell him the whole story with all the details? Of course! You wouldn't do that because you don't want to spoil it for him. Today's lesson is actually about giving short information of a long text or story. Together, we will learn how to make a long story or text short. Do you know what it's called? You got it right. It's called summarizing. Today's lesson is about summarizing text. What is summarizing, you may ask? Summarizing is defined as taking a lot of information and creating a condensed version that covers the main points. Why do we summarize? Here are a few reasons why we need to summarize. First, because the text is too long. Sometimes the text is too long because it has too many explanations or some texts are repetitive. We summarize the text to simplify and make important details easily remembered. Second, the details are too many. Summarizing about being direct to the point. The other details are only included to support the main idea, but they may not be included. And last, it is to check our understanding. When we simplify the text with our own words, there is a greater chance that we really comprehend the idea presented in the text. Knowing the meaning and reasons for summarizing is simple, and making a summary is also easy. How do we make a summary? Let us follow these simple steps in making a summary. First, identify the topic of the text. Determine the main idea of the paragraph. What is it all about? Second, remove the supporting details such as comments, examples, explanation, or opinion. Although they make the text clearer, they also make it longer. And lastly, use your own words to retell the text. To make it more like your own, retell it using the words that you and your reader or listener would easily understand. Now that we already know the meaning, reasons, and steps in making a summary, let's try making one. I have here a simple story and we will follow the previous steps that we have learned to make it simple and short. Here is the sample text. One night, Paul could not sleep. It was 10 p.m. and he was still awake. He tried closing his eyes, but that didn't work. He tried to lie on his stomach, and that didn't work either. He tried to count to 100. That only made him think more. Finally, he got up and got a drink of water. That made him feel better. He went back to bed and fell asleep. In this text, can you point out where the main idea is? That's correct. Paul could not sleep. The rest of the text are supporting details. They can be removed or retold using your own words. Let's see our summary. Paul could not sleep. He tried many things to help him go to sleep, but none of them worked. A drink of water made him feel better, and finally he went to bed and fell asleep. Have a good rest, Paul. It's easy, right? Let's recall our lesson for today before we leave you with another example that you can summarize on your own. Summarizing is making the text short with your own words. There are a few tips on how to summarize. First, identify the topic of the text. Second, remove the supporting details such as comments, examples, or opinion. And last, use your own words to retell the text. Now, here is another text that you can try on your own. Man is a social being. Every day, he or she interacts with another person in community. He meets different persons in every necessity in order to survive. Students go to school and learn from their teacher. Drivers pick up passengers. Vendors sell their merchandise to various customers. An individual encounters different people day in and day out. Thus, a person should learn how to mingle with others in positive ways so that people will establish healthy relationships among themselves. So here is the possible answer for that. Man is a social being. Every day, because of different roles and needs, a person encounters different people. That is why a person should learn to be courteous and kind to live harmoniously with others. So next time you have a story that you want to share with your friends, you can use these steps, but don't go over the details and the ending. Have a nice day. Till next time.